Hey everybody, how's it going? Today, it's my pleasure to bring you a detailed, in-depth look at the all-new 2014 BMW M6 Gran Coupe. And this is going to be a detailed, in-depth view of the M6. We'll start up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip and cover the performance data, as well as show you a bunch of the unique aspects of the interior as well as exterior. And I'd like to give a big thanks and special shout out to Flow BMW, located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, for allowing me to come out and film the all-new 2014 BMW M6 Gran Coupe. And so, without further ado, let's go and start her up, let her run. The Gran Coupe comes standard with an integrated smart key access system. All you have to do is just keep the key fob in your pocket and you're able to wirelessly lock and unlock the vehicle. On all four of the door handles, you notice a little red pattern. That's how you lock it. All you have to do is just touch it. One beep indicates locking. Then after waiting a second, all you have to do to unlock is grab the handle. There's a touch-sensitive pad behind it. Two beeps indicate unlocking. The side glass rolls down slightly to clear the door frame. And if you fail to close the door all the way, the vehicle will automatically close itself via a little suction mechanism. All of the door handles are also accented by LEDs so you can more easily see them at night. The exterior colors known as Tanzanite Blue Metallic, featuring the premium full black merino leather interior with the M-specific multi-contour sport bucket seats. The Gran Coupe also comes standard with a remote push-button ignition. All you have to do is put your foot on the brake and hit the dash-mounted button to start. Beautiful sound from that twin-turbo V8. The M6 Gran Coupe features M-specifically tuned hydraulic assist, speed proportional rack and pinion power steering, and also an M-specific 3-spoke, full thick-rimmed leather-wrapped steering wheel with some polished aluminum accents coming across the horn ring and some of the multifunction controls. The M logo, located down in the bottom of the wheel, as well as the signature color accent 3-color stitching. Heavy grips across the sides for a more sure-footed feeling. And it also features the M-specific 7-speed dual-clutch automated manual gearbox fed through this little controller in the center console. The vehicle typically sits in neutral while you're sitting and idling and having the door open, but when you turn the vehicle off, it automatically goes into a parking gear. To put it to drive, just click it on over to the right once, and you have a couple different options here. In this particular mode, you can either shift the vehicle manually via the stall gear, going up for down a gear, and down for up a gear, or via the aluminum paddle shifters mounted behind the steering wheel. But if you wanted to go to full automatic mode, all you have to do is just click it over again. Basically, each time you click it over, it switches between manual and automatic. And you'll notice when it's automatic, when the plus and minus are no longer illuminated. And to put the vehicle in reverse, just put your foot on the brake, click it all the way over, and up. Pulls up your integrated backup camera with guidance lines that automatically adjust as you turn the wheel, all in the nice widescreen, high-resolution LCD display. Using the iDrive controller, you can turn the camera off and just show your parking sensors. Your parking sensors always show to the right like you can see, front and rear. Turning off your parking lines, you can also do obstacle marking. Pretty comprehensive overall. All nicely accented in leather, aluminum, with an aluminum housing, and the M driving dynamics system, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video. And so we're going to flip on the automatic LED headlamps, as well as the hazards. As expected, all 4 windows are fully automatic with frameless windows. And we're going to check out the exterior, shall we? The interior will also chime a few times, letting you know it's lost detection of the proximity key fob. Following the successful introduction of the all-new 6 Series Coupe and convertible for the 2012 model year, BMW has yet again expanded the lineup even further last year with the all-new 4-door adaptation of its flagship 2-door called the Gran Coupe. Originally available as a 6-cylinder 640i and 8-cylinder 650i, the concept is a derivative of the familiar 4-door coupe niche pioneered by the Mercedes CLS class back in 2006. Audi has since released their adaptation of the philosophy as well, the A7, back in 2012. It would only seem fit that BMW would enter this niche market in a timely manner. Audi and Mercedes also have their own high-performance models such as the CLS 63 AMG and the new Audi S7 and RS7. Now for 2014, BMW debuts the all-new M6 Gran Coupe, essentially adapting it with similar upgrades such as the ones found in the new M5 and M6 Coupe and convertible. The CLS, A7, and Gran Coupe are all based on their respective brands' mid-size models. For BMW, the 5 Series plays a big part in the car's underpinnings. But the biggest difference that really sets the Gran Coupe apart from its rivals is its execution. Rather than creating an all-new design from scratch, BMW took the best from the popular 6 Series, adapted it to 4 doors, while keeping the original sleek lines and proportions, aggressive profile, fine workmanship, and excitement people expect out of the 6 Series. Now with the new M6 variant, you can get all of the power and performance that you get with the M5 in a much sleeker package. The M6 Gran Coupe comes with its own unique set of M double-spoke forged aluminum alloy wheels measuring 20 by 9 inches in front and 20 by 10 inches in the rear, all wrapped in high-performance Michelin tires measuring 265/35 in front and 295/30 in the rear. Brakes consist of M blue painted 2-piece ventilated disc measuring 15.7 inches in front with 6-piston fixed calipers and 15.6 inches in the rear with single-piston sliding calipers. If the standard setup isn't enough though, you can even opt for the M carbon ceramic brakes at just over $9,000. Composed of a new carbon fiber based ceramic compound, these ultra high performance brakes feature even better resistance to heat and wear and will significantly outlive traditional discs. They're also a lot lighter, weighing 43 pounds lighter than the standard brakes. As far as the suspension, it consists of fully independent double wishbones in front and a multi-link rear with an electronically controlled limited slip rear differential. The active M differential distributes engine power between individual wheels to enhance traction where needed. A self-adjusting anti-roll system, stability and traction control, as well as a 3-mode driver adjustable damper system help keep everything stable, along with BMW's active dynamics control, which enhances or softens the vehicle's ride. The rear subframe is also bolted to the body. It and the front axle also feature forged aluminum components. BMW chose the name Gran Coupe to indicate 4 doors, paired with coupe-inspired styling. The Gran Coupe measures only 4.4 inches longer than the 2-door, which is directly translated to rear seat passenger room and nearly 5 more inches of leg space for more comfortable long journeys. Overall, the vehicle is 1 inch taller than the Coupe, hardly noticeable with its elongated profile. Overall though, the M6 shares many underpinnings with the M5, including the same wheelbase, engine, and transmission. It's also only available as rear-wheel drive. Only the standard Gran Coupe offerings can be had with the all-wheel drive system. The M6 further enhances the aggressive side of the 6 Series lineup across the board. The Gran Coupe is no exception. Beginning up front, you have BMW's adaptive LED headlamps that turn with the steering wheel at night, along with LED fog lamps and daytime running lamps. With a more robust aerodynamics kit including front and rear clips along with side skirts, the car is more athletic. The grille is also unique with twin chrome bars, unique wheels and painted calipers as mentioned earlier, and the BMW individual Shadowline exterior trim, quad chrome exhaust, unique fender accents, as well as exposed carbon fiber across the roof and rear diffuser. The carbon fiber roof is unique to the 6 Series and is designed to save weight. No sunroof is available. It shaves about 11 pounds but also helps lower the center of gravity. It's a couple inches lower than an M5 as well, helping aid the streamlined look. Take note, the dip section running across the middle of the roof is actually highlighted in the interior with a leather accent across the Alcantara headliner, but more on that in a bit. Overall length is 197.2 inches with a width of 74.8 inches and a height of 54.8 inches. Total curb weight, evenly distributed 50-50 between front and rear, is just over 4,300 pounds. And we're going to pop the hood. The M6 Gran Coupe, just like its two-door counterparts and the M5, comes with an all-aluminum 4.4-liter twin-turbo 32-valve direct-injected V8 that actually sits a little lower in this car than the V8 found in the 650. Just like the M5 though, the new V8 has been further enhanced with new cylinder heads, pistons, revised twin-scroll turbos and intercoolers, as well as an increased compression ratio of 10:1. It also features BMW's new Valvetronic variable valve timing that constantly monitors air intake. It produces a healthy 560 horsepower, 6,000 RPM, and 502 pound-feet of torque at 1,500 RPM. If desired, a 6-speed manual transmission is a no-cost option, but only available outside the US. 0 to 60 times are a brisk 3.7 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 11.9 seconds at 124 miles per hour. Top speed is electronically limited to 155 miles per hour, but outside the US, the car can be had with an optional driver's pack that increases it to 190 miles per hour. Fuel economy on premium gas is expected to be in the neighborhood of around 14 city, 20 highway. The interior of the Gran Coupe is nearly identical to its two-door counterparts. The driver-focused feel of the dash is a pleasure to look at and evokes a sense of excitement that you're climbing into a refined, high-performance automobile. As expected, build quality is excellent and luxury is a top priority. Leather covers just about every surface, including the doors with their frameless windows, and stitched trim coming across the top as well as the side panels. Subtle touches of wood across the doors, dash, and center console add to the elegance, while satin polished metal and aluminum speaker grills add to the very modern feeling. Power windows, mirrors, as well as your power rear sunshade controls are located on the door, power locks are located on the dash, and you also have a little bit of storage located in the bottom of the door. The M6 comes with unique M20-way multi-contour sport leather bucket seats that can pretty much fit any body type. The leather is perforated for the heating and cooling functions, and they feature plenty of lateral grip with adjustable side bolsters and can accommodate taller individuals more easily with power thigh extenders. Attention to detail is absolutely fantastic. Color accent white stitching highlights the bolsters, while up top the M logo is branded on the seats. 4-way power lumbar, 2-person memory, and separate adjustment for your upper back. The headrests and seatbelts are also adjustable. Taking it a step further though is the adjustable headrest cushion that comfortably cradles your head. Down below you have unique aluminum door sill plaques and an aluminum kick plate. The steering wheel is also full power tilt telescoping, also with heat, and you'll notice the dash is completely wrapped out of leather. As you come down the lower portion of the dash, you'll see all of your driver's safety and awareness systems, which we'll all talk about a little bit later in the video, and just subtle touches of bright working chrome trim highlighting key areas of the dash and switchgear. The leather is Alcantara flowing down the pillars, and also accented by that leather patch like I mentioned earlier with the recessed carbon fiber roofline. So let's go and see if she sounds. The engine feels very light, nice and free revving, and gives a very unique exhaust note, definitely more potent than a standard 650 Gran Coupe. And we're going to shut her up. Nice soft closing panels. This M6 features the optional premium Bang & Olufsen surround sound system, accented by the aluminum speaker grills found throughout the interior. Also, it's pretty unique. A lot of Bang & Olufsen systems are pretty much custom tailored for each respective model. and they always have their own unique little power and nuance to them. Some of them, such as Aston Martin, actually have tweeters that rise up out of the dash on either side, but for BMW, the mid-range in the middle actually comes out of the dash when you activate the radio. Nice, smooth, seamless motion. Overall, the audio quality is amazing. Beautiful balance between bass and treble makes you feel like you're sitting in the middle of a concert hall. Your Alcantara lined A-pillars, hands-free Bluetooth microphone, located on either side so all the passengers can be heard equally. The visors are also lined in Alcantara. Auto-dimming rearview mirror with garage home link located down below. Your SOS emergency roadside assistance, as well as interior illumination. And extended back from the top stack, you'll notice specifically for the M6, the Alcantara headliner is actually accented by a strip of leather. Very nice attention to detail. The audio system is fed through the newest version of BMW's iDrive system, a mobile media navigation telemetrics interface and a high-res LCD widescreen display. It also comes with the iDrive mobile media telemetrics interface controlled with this little center stack in the middle, all on a beautiful widescreen LCD display. To basically work it, it's actually quite simple. All the different buttons up here correspond to your different menu options. Click up, down, left or right, down for enter, and twisting it left and right to go through the different menu options. Push down to select. Your main radio screen comes with standard Sirius XM satellite radio, presets, tone settings, as well as activation of the vehicle's surround sound. Now if you go back up to CD multimedia, that's your different media options. CD, DVD compatible. It's a hard drive-based navigation system so you can store MP3 files. Also, external iPod, USB, auxiliary devices, and hands-free Bluetooth streaming of audio. If you go between the different corresponding radio menus, just click like satellite radio for instance, and scroll through the different channels. Click one when you find the one you want. Back up to FM. Like I said, once you get the hang of it, just a flick of the wrist, it's very simple to use. You have your hands-free Bluetooth telephone, phone book, voice dialing, messages, and the vehicle's very nice and easy to see navigation system. You see a lot more with the widescreen display. Now while in this navigation screen, you have your radio and time up to the top left. If you click the wheel to the left, it'll bring up the first set of options for the navigation system. Change the views, make it interactive, bring up your real-time traffic updates, as well as points of interest and things of that nature. Click it left again, it'll bring up your destination input. Address book, last destinations, and if you click it left once again, it'll bring it back to the main menu. What I also want to show you right quick, if you click it all the way to the right, you have the option to split screen the navigation system. So, the whole time you'll always have your navigation displayed off to the right. And like you saw the latitude and longitude, like I said before, you can change what it shows, so I have the map facing north now. Pretty convenient. Office, for those business-oriented individuals storing contacts, keeping track of messages and the like. BMW Connected Drive, which is a concierge as well as roadside assistance system. The concierge services, you can call and set dinner reservations and things of that nature as well. Your roadside assistance, BMW online capabilities, customer relations, putting in a service request as well as service status. Vehicle info, but first off your onboard info, such as your fuel economy, average speed, distance traveled. The owner's manual is also loaded into the system, so you can type a keyword, search by pictures, the different sections of the vehicle, or searching by quick reference. All very nice. Scroll down to the bottom, you have your trip computer, vehicle status and maintenance, as well as BMW efficient dynamics to see how economical you're driving. And last but not least, the vehicle settings. If you scroll all the way to the top, InDrive 1 and InDrive 2, you can basically customize the vehicle driving profile for two individual drivers. Once set, it's activated by just the touch of a button. You can basically customize all aspects of the vehicle, from steering to throttle response to the adaptive damping, everything. So basically, sports settings, Sport Plus, and efficient for the most economic driving. Adjusting the suspension and dampers. Steering, Sport Plus. Adjusting the shift times, as well as resetting it to the basic factory settings. Time, date, language, basically all of your personalizable options, front collision warning system, setting up the different profiles. But all in all, it's a pretty comprehensive system, packed full of information, and now definitely a lot easier to use than some of the previous generations of the iDrive. And as we come down the beautiful wood and black piano veneer accented center console, you have your lock and unlock right below your hazard switch. The vehicle also comes standard with an auto start stop feature that can be turned off via that button right there. So every time you come to a stoplight or stop sign, the vehicle actually momentarily shut off engine power to conserve fuel. As soon as you take your foot off the brake and get ready to hit the pedal, it automatically reignites and takes off, so you don't have to worry about a lag in performance from off-the-line acceleration. Your in-dash CD player with your various preset stations, change the radio mode as well as tune if you don't want to go through the iDrive system. The vehicle also comes standard with a quad-zone electronic automatic climate control with a built-in air filtration system. So the front two passengers are completely independent. You can adjust the zones, the temperature, as well as the fan speed. For the back passengers, it's just the temperature for either side. But your zones are located on either side on the out, fan speed, as well as your temperature with independent automatic adjustment. 3-stage heated, as well as ventilated seats for the front and rear defrost, mix AC, recycling, as well as auto recycling, and that's pretty much it. Also simple. Coming down the bottom of the console, 2 cup holders. Now what's neat about the M Driving Dynamics controllers, you can basically customize the vehicle profile to however your style of driving really is. Traction control, you can adjust the shift times here, steering responsiveness, throttle responsiveness, as well as adjusting the adaptive damping, stiffening the springs a little bit to give you a little bit more of a firmer ride. And to adjust the shifting times, you actually have to be in drive. You look at the gear you're in, or if you're in automatic mode, you can see the 3 bars off to the right, which indicate the 3 different modes of shifting. So all 3 of them indicate the fastest, and all the way down is, well, the most comfort setting. Your parking sensor activation, as well as activation of your split view front camera, so you can more easily see how to park in parking spaces. Also changing the brightness and contrast. The leather and stitching carries on to the rear of the vehicle. You have a little lighter, dash tray and power outlet, as well as a good sized little center console lined in velour for a spot for an integrated telephone, lock in the trunk, as well as a power outlet. There's a little illumination, as well as your auxiliary and USB inputs. As far as the steering wheel, your cruise control is located off to the left, with your radio controls as well as hands-free telephone and voice commands off to the right. Help.
To obtain the voice commands of the displayed panel, say Voice Commands. To obtain general information on voice activation, say Help with voice activation. To obtain important
So it's a nice, pleasant voice that'll walk you through the system, and everything's spelled out on the screen, so you won't have too much of a hard time learning the commands. Off to the left-hand side of the steering wheel is your lane departure warning, your blind spot monitoring, as well as your front collision detection system. Each time you activate, it'll bring it up in the iDrive system to explain a little bit about it. The lane departure warning system also shows up as little orange lines in the middle of the speedometer cluster. Turning on and off your heads-up display is by that button right there, which is beamed up onto the windshield. Another unique little styling cue to the 6 Series in general, the doors nicely blend into the dash with this overhanging portion here, carries on the leather stitching and blends into the Alcantara. Creates a nice little seamless line between the dash and the doors. Alrighty. We got to shut her down. And we'll check out the back seat. All in all, the Gran Coupe does feature a nice amount of rear space, especially compared to a regular 6 Series coupe. It's no 7 Series by far, but rear seat passengers, especially for 4 passengers, are treated in a nice amount of comfort. You can also sit 5 passengers if someone smaller straddles the middle of the rear center console. The doors are all accented in the soft, supple leather, with accent stitching, lower storage, and the windows are also frameless and feature sunshades all the way around. They're all one-touch automatic. You can control all of the sunshades for each door as well, including the rear. The back seat is styled almost like a sporty bucket seat. For each passenger on the side, it sits down low with a nice amount of lateral grip, also with color accent stitching and the perforations like you see up front. The seats also have a nice way of wrapping around you too. And finished off with the M logo. And there's also a little button on the driver and passenger side seats that actually slide the seat forward and backward if the back seats need a little bit of fine-tuning of leg adjustment. I went ahead and turned the vehicle's power back on so I can show you those sunshades, as well as the rear air conditioning system. All in all, for a comfortable seating position for myself up front, I'm about 5'11". I have probably 3.5 inches, 4 inches of leg space depending on where you sit, as well as maybe an inch and a half of headspace. See a little bit more of the leather accent in the headliner, the rear illumination, little coat hooks, and side curtain airbags. The rear parcel shelf houses a couple extra Bang & Olufsen speakers and is lined in Alcantara. Cup holders, and a trunk pass-through. Alright. So we're going to check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? To access the trunk, you can use the remote or the integrated handle a part of the rear emblem that also doubles as the backup camera that you saw earlier. As far as trunk space, it's around 16.2 cubic feet, just enough for taking an extended vacation. The passenger seat also features the myriad of power adjustments that you find in the driver's seat. Little cargo net down below. the leather stitching in the dash, wrapping around the passenger side portion. The glove box cover is also accented in leather, so it's nice and soft, and the inside is lined in velour. Good amount of storage space, with an extra pocket up top. The 6 Series Gran Coupe is an incredible vehicle. While not a new concept, BMW has made the vehicle stand out by almost entirely representing the beautiful 6 Series Coupe just with 2 extra doors. And with the addition of the M6, it too gets a hefty dose of performance. Everything you love about a 6 Series, but now with added practicality without compromise. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this detailed look at the all-new 2014 BMW M6 Gran Coupe. Be sure to stay tuned next time, there's a lot more where that came from. Take care, everybody.